You ready? I'm Julius Kamau, the Chief Consultant of Forest, Kenya Forest Service. And today we are very, very happy that we have come, and I have come to Gatare, basically to join my field officers from the conservancy level, the ecosystem level, and even the station level, and work in partnership with the Community Forest Association. And also we are joined by the GAO, the DCC, represented here, because it's a common approach for all of us. As you know, the Kenya Forest Service mandate is purely to conserve, to protect, and manage all public forests. Currently, we have about 2.59 million hectares of public forest. That's a huge land space, which we must be able, and have a mandate as a Kenya Forest Service, to ensure that they are restored, they are protected, and they are sustainably managed. Beyond that, also the Constitution bind me and the Kenya Forest Service to support the county government, for them also to be able to conserve and manage another 1.7 million hectares. And more so also go beyond that and support the communities in planting trees on their farms. So it's a huge, huge mandate. And therefore, it is something that we cannot do alone as a Kenya Forest Service or the Ministry of Environment or the government. And that's why in our approach, even as we deal with the tree planting and tree growing in this rainy season, as we are in, and I'm happy when we must thank God for the people of Abadeas and Gatare that we have rains. There are many other parts of the country where there are no rains, and people are struggling. But we must appreciate and recognize that having a weather like this, we must take advantage of it. Not only planting trees in the public forest, but also planting trees on your farmland, especially because also these are tree growing zones, and you know for tea you need wood fuel for processing. So it's also beneficial for the community members to also be able to plant trees on their farmland, at the same time support us in planting trees on our forest jurisdiction. I also want to emphasize that the Kenya Forest Service or the government does not own the public forests. These forests are purely for public good. They are actually owned by the public. We only, as state officers, we are here to just be good stewards, to ensure that these resources are managed sustainably. But the benefits that come from them, both goods and services, basically benefit the adjacent communities, which are the KFS, and also all the people of Kenya, and actually sometimes beyond. If you look at the Gatare Forest Station itself, and the forest block part of Aberdare ecosystem, it actually hosts and is a drainage system for the Thika River, which feeds into the Kaini Dam. In fact, more than 90% of the water in the Kaini Dam come from the Gatare ecosystem and protection and catchment area. And therefore, the people of Gatare must appreciate and acknowledge that beyond serving their own livelihood from the forest, by their effort to conserve this forest and in partnership with the Kenya Forest Service, they are playing a bigger public good of the country at large. I also want to say that when we look at the importance of these forests, we are in a tea zone. Tea is a very sensitive crop. Any slight weather change affects the production of tea. This ecosystem is the one that actually play as a stabilizer of weather to allow the farmers to have their production of tea. And therefore it has a direct relationship with the income and livelihood of the communities around this ecosystem. And this is what the message we must be able to, through our field officers, to sit down with the CFA members, with the forest adjacent communities, and tell them to change their perception that forest is government property. Forest is there for their own good. The water they get go to their homes. The firewood, the grazing right access, beekeeping, ecotourism, and weather, and especially for agriculture and water, they are critical benefits that go directly to the communities. And therefore today we had that conversation as we have planted today about 2,000 tree seedlings. This is just a normal way of Kenya Forest Service driving its own tree planting program for the long range. Yesterday we were still part of Abadeas in Kenare Forest Station. Today we are here today planting the 2,000 and we will continue doing so. And today I also have challenged my field officers from the head of conservancy to ecosystem conservators and the forest station managers to continuously in other stations work with the CFA members and themselves, and they can still drive the restoration of degraded areas. And that is something that we must be able to do across the country together with the communities and enlighten them the benefit of conservation. I want to say as Kenya Forest Service, we have done well.